Hey y'all, welcome back to the Duck Pond. It's your girl Ducky. Happy Tuesday, I believe it is. Happy Tuesday. Today's video, I won't be doing my holiday binder cash stuffing. I'm gonna go through what I spent in my recent trip to El Salvador. It started on May 31st. So the week prior to that, I was busy pre-filming everything. So that's why I'm behind on commenting and replying to emails and all that. I have them all listed on this notebook. I tried to keep track of everything as best I could on the Notes app on my phone, but I just want to be completely transparent. I wasn't 100% perfect in tracking my spending. It is a work in progress. I've recently started doing this, so it's not perfect, but it'll get there eventually. So for this trip, I had $900 that I was able to spend on anything, including transportation and food, souvenirs. For transportation, that does not include the airline tickets. Those were bought months in advance. Some of the times my mom would ask me for cash. I went with my youngest brother and my mom. So sometimes she would ask me, hey, can I have $20 to pay for this? Or do you have change? Because over there in El Salvador, we took 20s and sometimes they didn't have change, so we would have to use smaller bills. So if you go to El Salvador, my suggestion is take smaller bills because sometimes it was a struggle to get change. One of the places that we went to, I needed to purchase a charger, so I went to a little store. I bought a charger for $11, so I pulled out a 20 to pay with a 20, and the lady was like, "Oh, do you have something smaller?" Because I don't have change. So I was like, I can do $15 because I had a cent and a 5. So I paid with that, and she handed me my bag, and I stood there looking at her, and then she was like, "Oh, do you want your change?" And I was like, "Yes, please." So she had to run over to the next store to make some change for the $4 that was left for that 15. So just heads up, if you're going to less popular areas. Well, the charger incident happened in San Salvador. We went to the new National Library that they opened up, and the place that sold the charger was in that general area, so it was pretty busy. So I would just suggest if you're taking cash, take smaller bills. Now, I was trying to print out my June calendar. Every month I print it out, and I've started to go through the days and write what I spend and what I don't spend. But my printer, I don't know why it wasn't pulling up. So I'm having issues printing. So I went ahead and took this little page from my happy planner, and I just wrote June 1st through the 9th. And I'm going to go ahead and just write them down in there. And I'll see if I can zoom in so you guys can see. But my writing is chicken scratch, so I guess this would be better suited as a listening video instead of a visual video, if that makes sense. So as I mentioned earlier, my first day over there was the 31st of May. That was just a travel day. We left DFW like at 12. Our original flight was at 10:26, but it got delayed because the plane wouldn't arrive. So we didn't get there until later than expected. And once we were at the airport, we had to take, I believe, a 3-hour ride to Usulután, and that we stopped there at the store called Despensa de Don Juan. That is what Walmart is called over there, or Walmart owns that company because the tote bags have a little Walmart brand on the side, and they have the good value from Walmart in the stores. So it's either owned by Walmart or it is the name of Walmart over there. So I just wanted to make note of that. I won't be writing it down, but I did want to share with you guys. We spent $39.22 in my card because we needed to get water bottles, since over there, if we drink the water that they drink, we get sick. And they also have little plastic bags of water. But last time we went and we used those, we still got sick. So we went to a doctor over there, and he told us if we're traveling from out of El Salvador, so if we're not born in El Salvador, it's better recommended that we use plastic water bottles than drinking out of what they drink out of and those little plastic bags, just because from what I remember, he said the water was too harsh for our stomach. So we bought water bottles, milk, cereal, stuff that Poe would eat in the morning. And then the driver that was taking us from the airport to the port where we were going to get the boat had asked me for a Gatorade. And when I was getting the stuff, I forgot to get the Gatorade, so I went back in there. And since it was just $2.48, I paid with cash. The next day was Saturday the 1st, and I bought 6 little ice cream cones for $1.50. So $1.50. And that's all the spending that I had on that day. On Sunday the 2nd, I paid for a boat ride to and from El Cinco, which is a little beach that is very popular on the island that we go where my mom's house is. So that was $20. So 10 on the way there and 20 on the way back. So I'm just gonna write boat for 20. And on that day I did get burned. So for the next couple of days I looked like a shrimp. Until I started looking like a snake. But yes, let's see. 20. On that day we also had a toilet paper run. And I handed over $5, but that wasn't the total. I just didn't get the change back from my mom. I just handed her the money, and she went to go send the kids to the little dispatch center where they had them. And for dinner, we had pupusas for $8. And that was for 6 people to eat dinner. So pupusas were cheap. Monday was a no spend. Tuesday, we went to Despensa de Don Juan again to get more groceries to make dinner for a couple of days, and that was $50.68. And I was scared of getting sick, and since we were in town, so we woke up early that day, I believe 6, so that we can get on the 7 a.m. boat to town. So the boat ride is about 30 minutes on good days. And then we had I believe, 30-minute drive to the town. And because it's really hot, we stopped by the pharmacy and I got one of those electrolyte drinks just so that I wouldn't get overheated and sick. So that was $2.50. And we had pollo campero for lunch. I'll just put lunch for $16.99. And Wednesday was a no spend day. It was raining over there that day, so we had a chill day. We didn't go out much. And I think I caught up on sleep. So no spend Wednesday the 5th. Thursday the 6th, we went to town again, just me and my mom that time, because we were on a mission to get some cake. That Thursday was my niece's 12th birthday, so her cake was $30, and I forgot about it when I was writing everything down, but it was $30, and that included plates, forks, and the candle. And while we were there, we went to the Despensa de Don Juan again to get, I consider it groceries, but it wasn't really groceries. Not groceries, it was cleaning supplies. My sister washes the clothes by hand. They have the little thingy to wash it on. So because when we arrived, my suitcase fell into the ocean and all my clothes got soaked. So the following morning, she woke up and she washed all my clothes. So we did buy more detergent, but their detergent is like a solid brick soap thingy, and they use that to scrub and some other toiletry stuff like that. So it's not groceries, but kind of groceries. So household items. That's what it is. But we did get some groceries. So house groceries, 50.68. Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. Did I write that one down? Yeah. This one is the wrong one. I'm here. 74.58. I'll just put Don Juan for 74.58. And I also got some candies that are made in El Salvador and an alcohol bottle to gift. We also bought cheese, $30 worth of cheese. The cheese we get is queso duro, so hard cheese, and it's made over there. And the other type of cheese we get is the one that is used for pupusas. It's a lot softer and malleable, so it's easier to make the pupusas with. It's a little bit harder to get that cheese here, and it doesn't always taste right. So whenever we go over there, we bring cheese. And then in order to get back home we had to get a car ride, and that was $5 from Ushulutan to Puerto Parada, which is the port that we get the boat at. Friday was our big going out day. We went to El Boquerón. There is a restaurant there that has a rainbow slide and like different attractions. And we also went to the new National Library that the president opened up. It was really cool. I'll try to insert pictures here, or I'll include that in the video where I'll do the scenery videos that I took. So Friday was a big outing day. We woke up at 4 in the morning, and we didn't get back home until like 8. But it was a fun time. The first thing that I spent on Friday was gas station breakfast for 6 people, and that was $30.20. And it was actually like a good breakfast. There was pupusas. My sister, my mom, and we got these croissant sandwiches, and they were really good. I don't really like the corners of the croissant, so I didn't eat that part, but the rest of it was good. Poe just got some bread and coffee and stuff like that. Well, Poe didn't get the coffee, but there was coffee bought, is what I'm trying to say. When we got to the restaurant with the attractions, they had like a dinosaur walkthrough where they had like a Jurassic Park themed. Like they have the logo for Jurassic Park, but they call it something else. I don't remember what they call it, but it was just a little walkthrough where the floor had like dinosaur bones painted on there, and there was different sections where you can take pictures with different dinosaurs. And there was a lady who was like the travel guide, and she would tell you information about the different dinosaurs. So it was really cool. The kids liked it, and it was $30 for 6 people, so $5 each. I'll just put Dino for 30, and then for the rainbow slide, Poe went on twice, and my sister went once, and I also went once. For the rainbow slide, you have to be 12 years and older, but the view was like beautiful, so I would definitely go again. I think my mom wants to go again next year, but we'll see. They also had the horse, the carousel. I think that's what it's called, but I'm just gonna put horse on here, and that was $15, and it was 3 each. Let's see. And we also bought snacks for $5. On Saturday, the 8th, I gave my mom $20 for tablillas, which are these candy chocolate chunks that you can make into hot chocolate, and they're really tasty. So I was like, hey, she asked me how much I wanted, so I told her, can you get $20 worth of it? And she got quite a bit, so that's one of the things I brought as like souvenir types. And also a big chunk of that mostly is for me, because the hot chocolate tastes good, so I want to be prepared. So I'll put chocolate for $20. And my sister plays football playa, so beach soccer. So they play barefoot. They do teams of 4, and apparently in that game, the goalie can make goals. So I was kind of like, what is that goalie doing? That's not what's supposed to be doing. But yeah, apparently the goalie can make goals. Anyways, my sister plays for the Islands team, and her significant other plays for the men's team. So they both had games that day, so we went, and the entrance for that was $3, and it was a very fun vibe. I was a little bit confused at first, but I did enjoy it. We saw the first game when we got there. There was a different team playing, um, and then it was my sister's team that started playing, and then my brother-in-law's team that played. I also bought corn on the cob, and it was 2 for $1. So I got one for myself and one for my mom. And then Sunday was our travel day back home, and I spent 101.70 on the checked baggage with AA. So it was 33 something for each bag. So we had 3 checked baggages. And that's all I spent in my trip to El Salvador. The amount that I have on here is $516.85. I have $200 for my leftover cash, and that I will be using for Thursday's rollover video. In my card, I had $100.10 for leftover, so $80 will go to Spotify, Taco Bell, and my credit card, and $30 will be put towards my gas. So that did leave $73.15 where I didn't notate where it went. It's a work in progress, and I have gotten better at keeping track of my spending. Before, I wouldn't track it at all. When I started in April, like writing everything down, and I did the first week, I was good, and then throughout the month, it kind of got sparingly, and I did a lot better last month, but this month I want to be as close as possible. I did start off not so well because I do have $73.15 that I did not keep track of, but it is better than the last month's, and I do hope to finish out the month in a strong note. But I will probably be printing out my calendar later on, and I'll just transfer this information onto that calendar so that I can keep it in my happy planner with the past month so that I can see the progress that I've made with my expense tracking. And that's all I have for today, you guys. Feel free to join the duck pond. I'll try to insert pictures if I have any pictures. Like, I know I took a picture of the little ice creams that I bought, but most of the stuff I don't think I take pictures. But if I have pictures, I'll be sure to include them. For the boat ride, I think I have a picture of the boat that we used. Now that I'm thinking about it, on Thursday when we went into town, aside from the $5 for the car, there was another $3 for the car from the house to the port. So for that, I'll put, I'm putting moto for $3 because it's like a motorcycle in the front, and in the back it has this little box where you hop on and they transfer you from one destination to another. So that was $3. So my untracked amount is $70.50 because I did remember that. I was like, it's not on here, and it's not on here. So I probably didn't write it down, but I do remember paying those $3. And there's probably one more somewhere in here, but I don't remember exactly when it was. But for sure, Thursday was I paid for that day. Don't have as much. Oh, I guess $516 is a lot of spending, but when you travel, you just spend more than you usually do. But my travel spending wasn't too high because I did travel with my mom. So some of the days she paid for the food, or some of the days my sister had food in the house that she made. And we didn't pay for hotel because, like I said, we go to the island where my mom's house is, and my oldest sister lives there with her 2 kids and her significant other. So whenever we go over there, we stay at the house. So we don't pay for a hotel. Food is a lot cheaper over there for the most part, unless you're going to a touristy area. But if you do go to a tourist area, double check your receipt, because sometimes tourist areas are known to scam people. But that's all I have for today, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed my what I spent in El Salvador video. I know it was a lot of talking, a lot more than usual, I believe. But don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Bye!